Apple Daily published the final edition in the early hours of Thursday morning after authorities used the national security law to effectively force it to close down by freezing its assets and arresting its top editors and executives. Apple Daily said the decision to stop publishing earlier than previously reported came from management's concern for the safety of staff and manpower considerations. On Wednesday evening, hundreds of people gathered outside the gates of the newspaper's headquarters to shout messages of support for the embattled publication. Apple Daily decided to order a print run of 1 million copies of its final edition, the highest figure in the company's history. And despite the higher supply, queues were seen across Hong Kong's newspaper stands, with some eager to buy the last copy of Apple Daily's newspaper as early as in 1 a.m. The European Union said the closure of Apple Daily showed how the national security law was being used to stifle freedom of the press and freedom of expression. Its closing seriously undermines media freedom and pluralism, which are essential for any open and free society. The erosion of press freedom is also counter to Hong Kong's aspirations as an international business hub, an EU spokesperson said in a statement. Amnesty International described Apple Daily's forced closure as the blackest day for press freedom in the city's recent history. The paper has been effectively banned by the government for publishing articles that criticized it, and for reporting on international discussions about Hong Kong, Yamini Mishra, Amnesty's Asia-Pacific Regional Director, said in a statement. Speculation on the newspaper's fate had been building since almost a week ago, when hundreds of police raided its headquarters and arrested 5 editors and executives. 2 of them, Apple Daily's chief editor Ryan Law and Next Digital's CEO Cheung Kim Hung, were charged with conspiracy to collude with foreign forces, while the other 3 were released on bail. The Hong Kong government had also moved to block the company from accessing up to 18 million Hong Kong dollars, $2.3 million, of assets and funds in their accounts, effectively forbidding the company from paying salaries to around 800 of its staff. Hong Kong's Secretary for Security, John Lee, had said in a press briefing that freezing the funds linked to Apple Daily is in line with international practice as the police continue to pursue their investigations. During the same briefing, Lee also issued a warning. If you stand with these suspects, you will pay a hefty price. You should cut ties with the suspects or you'll regret it very much, he said. And although the newspaper had written to the government to request that their funds be released to allow it to continue operating, their appeal appears to have fallen on deaf ears. Hong Kong's leader, Carrie Lam, said on Tuesday that the actions taken against Apple Daily had nothing to do with press freedom, and she slammed the U.S.